info. Very exciting. Back after this break. Open source really is changing people's lives, some rapidly and some more profoundly, but over time. Take, for example, the story of Solly Masinga, who was a packer and now he's a hacker.
What does a young man have to do to get singled out for special mention by Thabo Mbeki, the President of South Africa?
And you'll be able to change your life for the better.
Solly Masinga is a full-time employee at the HP Community Center in Limpopo. But just a year and a half ago, he was a fresh-faced volunteer when he offered to unpack dozens of new computers that had just arrived for the new center.
We started unpacking the boxes together, and from there started loading the computers. He said I've got 100 computers in the storeroom and we need to prepare the computers.
His supervisor, Yunus Hassan, was bowled over by his enthusiasm.
Solly came in as a temp initially for a week, and after that we decided, that's myself and Solly, that he should stay on here because it had great potential for him. Knowing
that Solly had some prior knowledge of computers, Yunus felt that the young man would easily rise to the challenge of installing new operating systems on the very computers he had just unpacked. The operating system was Red Hat Linux, something completely new to Solly.
Operating system was it? I said Linux. I said, oh, so first time I see this.
The HPI Community Center aims to create self-sustaining projects like the call center training and development venture. Because it brings technology to the community, people like Solly have been able to expand their knowledge rapidly, according to Moshe Mafisa, Solly's boss.
A perfect example is Solly, who had no prior knowledge of open source, who had no prior knowledge of networking. Now he's a master in open source. Now he can set up wireless networks, you know, he can set up a server. So yeah, it's endless.
The local municipality approached the iCommunity Center for help with a special project. They needed a wireless network to be installed for their computer system. The person chosen for the job, Solly Masinga, and nowadays his duties extend further afield.
I'm responsible for the testing and the first-line technical support of the 441, and also the customization of the 441.
The 441 is a system designed by HP, which is basically a computer that can be used simultaneously by 4 people. Solly has been chosen as one of the key members of the development team.
Even when you say, you know, let's go sleep, it's now late. We go to bed, he'll also be still studying, you know, looking for references and researching on whatever we've had a problem solving. So yeah, he's just amazing.
The project is here not to measure the power of technology, but to change the people's life in a positive way.
Hard work, an aptitude for computers, and the will to succeed. These are just some of the factors that brought Solly Masinga onto the same podium as the president.
That concludes our speech. Thank you very much.
Amazing what someone with determination and the right tools can do. As they say in Cape Town, well, we've taken a look at voice over IP and how it's changing the face of telecommunications here and overseas. I now have here with me in the studio someone who's helped to develop one of those very systems, one called Ilanga. I have Jason Penton in the studio. Jason, you won a prize for some innovative work that you did.
What we did was we took our system and we entered into the National Innovation Fund competition. We entered into the road section, and we won it. The system itself is called Ilanga, which is a system that we're using to switch telephone calls using a basic computer. We have a command center which you can control your entire communications portfolio from your computer. So if you're in the office, you can simply drag your cell phone into a specific box and it will ring when your extension's dialed, or move it back if you don't want it to ring, or move all your devices into the unavailable devices. And if someone phones you, it'll go straight to voicemail because you typically don't want to call. So you have this nice innovative way of controlling how the system works for you, as opposed to you sort of molding yourself around some system that's been designed.
You're working on at Rhodes developing open source stuff, particularly voice over internet protocol.
Voice over IP, yeah.
There we go. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, basically voice over IP is carrying voice over the internet, or any data network for that matter. And what we're doing at Rhodes is building a communications platform which runs on a standard computer, which will be able to route calls to wherever you are in the world. Now what we're doing is we're putting this whole system onto a standard desktop computer where you can run the entire system and do exactly the same sort of functionality for a lot less cost. This is all using open source components, of course.
So where do you guys make money?
Again, from the support, the main system you'll have to buy, obviously, as a computer in itself. There is hardware to integrate to the existing system. So what you have to do in this roadmap to the future of the next generation telecommunication network is bridge the two environments together. And the way we do this is we use specialized hardware so that we can still interoperate with the existing system. So we can make a call from our computer to the normal conventional network, to the cell networks as easily as you would as if you were on the legacy system all the time.
Right, don't go away. We're going to have a quick break because we need to get Mark ready to talk all about game, which we are sure you'll love, because it's a new kind of game, not a game that you know. And he got game, that Mark. Right, welcome back. The most wealthy saint you've ever met is now ready and standing by to let you in the world of chatting using your computer. Not chatting up your computer. Give it up for Marky!
Today we're looking at one of the best pieces of open source chat software available. It's called Game, and it supports almost any kind of internet chat or instant messaging protocol. It supports Yahoo, AOL, Jabber, IRC, ICQ, any kind of protocol that you can imagine. You can speak instantly to anybody.
The icon in your buddy list shows you which chat protocol they belong to, and they can be grouped according to your needs. You can create a new chat account for yourself from the Game interface. Supply a unique nickname, password, and within seconds you can be chatting on all these networks and even exchanging files and photos. Game can also be extended to be used as a voice-over IP phone.
I use Game every single day. That's how I stay in constant contact with people here in South Africa, in the States, in Australia, in Asia. That's how we tie a small team of people who are working in every single time zone together to work as one team. You can download Game free of charge from the Game website. It's also on the free Go Open Source CD. Look forward to seeing you next week.
If you're looking for any information, any questions about this program or any of the previous ones you've seen, please go to our website. All the answers are there at www.goopensource.org. Come on, join the revolution. Format your hard drive and install Linux. You know you want to. It won't do anything to you. All the cool kids are doing it.
In order for a computer to function, it requires three things: the hardware, the software that runs on the desktop, and an operating system which allows the software and the hardware to communicate with each other. Ubuntu Linux is a free and open source operating system developed by Canonical, which is a Mark Shuttleworth initiative.
Late last year, Mark launched his new Linux distribution known as Ubuntu for the first time in South Africa, when he presented it to the media and the computer industry. We asked him how well it had been received.
Globally, there's been a tremendous response to the release of Ubuntu, and within a month we were #3 on the global charts. So the community seems to have responded very well, and I hope that the South African business community and press will enjoy it as well.
Mark, I believe with Ubuntu, if you phone a number or log onto a website, you can get it delivered to you for free. Is that true?
We've had tremendous requests. We've had 340,000 CDs printed and requested to be shipped around the world, which is extraordinary. We've committed to making Ubuntu absolutely freely available without restrictions.
What kind of target market are you approaching?
I think the time is right for open source to step into the home and into the small office and into the corporate and on the desktop.
What makes Ubuntu different to other distros?
While this is a fully commercially supported distribution, all of the software applications are absolutely open source software. And the packaging includes 2 CDs, one which you could use to install a complete Linux environment on a new PC, so it becomes the only software running on that PC, and then also a live CD, which you can boot off on a Windows PC and experience Linux, or which if you install on a Windows PC will actually give you a bunch of open source applications for Windows.
Ubuntu comes bundled with a complete Office suite and internet applications like mail and browser. The server versions of these are also included for any companies wanting to build their infrastructure.
Now, I know we don't like to discuss licenses per se on this particular program, but there is one license you'd like to get, and that is the International Computer Driver's License, which is very exciting, and you can get it at icdl.org.za, and you too can drink and hard drive, glig, 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 Rafile will be in attendance momentarily with some fascinating websites for your earnest perusal.